again tomorrow, and then a freeze warning on Monday. So our Monday high is only 38 degrees. I don't understand our weather here lately. It's insane. I'm so congested, and I had some crud in my chest that's kind of breaking up last night. I threw some vapor rub on last night, took some Benadryl because that's what I had. And it's got to be going around because you cannot find any of the cheap, like, NyQuil stuff at all. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
But hope everybody else dodges this stuff. It's just yucky. That's right. I'm a grown man and I use the word yucky. I don't care. Yeah, that's what I was taking last night. I took 2 Walmart Benadryls and then I got an awful amount of fixed vapor rub. And lay down and just my nose was like a faucet last night. I went through about a half a roll of that toilet paper and then didn't sleep too bad, but didn't sleep too good either, so. Y'all know how that stuff goes. But we're sitting here with a bigger problem than my cold going on. Went and paid for the hotel room for a few days. We're paid up until Monday. But have found out that on Monday I have to pay for a full week to secure our room. So we have to go to paying for a week. So yeah, that was a nice little surprise that I wasn't expecting. Well, that sounds like a fun time there, Teaspoon. I believe I would have to be relocating some kittens and a mama cat. But I'm sitting here with the Georgia. The way it was explained was if I go from day to day, I could go up and not have a room. I could go up to pay for it, and they done booked the room online. So the only way to secure the room for right now is to pay it for the week. So that's the goal when I start, getting paychecks in, was always to pay for it by the week. So, but unfortunately, it kind of hit a little forced there. So I have until now and Monday to come up with about $380. So I'm asking for any and all help that is possible, guys. Trying to find work, been to some interviews and stuff. Things are starting to look pretty good, but you know, it's not. I've been to about. Oh God bless! I've been to about 4 or 5 interviews now. It's just they give you we're going to interview a few other people and make our decisions. You know, we're going to hire several people at one time, and the one place that looks really, really good is they're wanting to hire 10 people at one time. And they said right now they're having the problems of getting about 6 more people they want to hire. So Teaspoon, there's not but a couple other options where we're at. And this was one of the reasons we came to this place was because it had that option. But it kind of seems like they're trying to go to a weekly on everybody. The only other place that you can go to that's a daily situation isn't a very good place, and they really don't have very many rooms open. The other day when I called, was just checking on them, they didn't have any rooms open. So because they are the cheapest in this, and we're needing more than a place where we can just stay a day or two, so I try to be upfront with everybody and tell them that. But at this point, like I said, it's just a little bit under 380 is what a week would be. They let me pay up for a few days yesterday, but it's kind of one of those situations where they kind of control the market. So it's when there ain't but a few places and they all work together, they control you. And that's kind of how Dyersburg was too. Dyersburg was, hey, but 2 or 3 places you can stay long term without that 28-day checkout rule. And we're going to work together and make sure we're squeezing every dime out of you can. So, in the long run, yeah, but it's right now it is what it is, I guess, So that's where we're at and things. So if anybody can help with anything, guys, it'd be appreciated. I mean, anything at all would be appreciated. Holly, when I think it might be a little bit different when you're casually traveling for vacation or business or something, but when you're living in a hotel weekly, like this is your life. You're staying in a hotel. A lot of these hotels don't follow by the rules of the chain hotels. So okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm muted real quick. I usually tell you guys I'm mute, but I had to. I just wanted to move the car away from everybody else that was around me and everything. So, hey, War of the Roses. Hey, Halloween hippie. So, sorry I didn't give y'all a heads up that I was muting, but I sit here and watch tow trucks do lives when they're driving down the road repossessing people's cars, and they never get violated. But I moved my car 10 foot one day on a live and didn't pause or mute and lost my live for a week. So, but I'm sitting still and chilling at the moment. But I give old Puppy Power credit. He comes in here with the same name and picture every time. He's the easiest one of the trolls to spot because he does the same thing every time. Same pic, same name. Thank you for making it easy on my mods to spot you. I'm sure they appreciate that. Oh, man. But that's our situation of the weekend. Trying to come up with the money to keep the room for a week. God, I'm hoping that something pops up work-wise. Somebody calls me and says, hey, come on to work. But y'all be praying for me about that too, guys. I know a lot of y'all pray for us. And we appreciate that wholeheartedly. Pray that one of these jobs that I've been going towards interviews for and everything, pray that they call me this week. Neither they was taking daily payments. I went up and paid. I went up Friday, and I was like, I want to pay for as many days as I can with the. I told them the amount of money I had, and I was basically told that they're doing weekly now. That if you want to secure your room for multiple days like that, you need to pay for it weekly. So, the last thing we want to do is wake up, go to pay the room, and they were like, "Well, we booked it online out from underneath you, and we booked somebody else in your room." And we've had that done once before at Motel 6 in Dyersburg, and that sucks. Sucks beyond belief when you wake up and you're like, okay, I got the money for the room. We'll pay it. And they're like, well, we're sorry. You can't. Well, where we're at the time, there's not many hotels. I think there's 4 hotels. There's this one. Another one that only does, you can't just book a day or two there. I mean, you can, but it's like you can't stay long term. We got to find a place we can stay. If we go to check in a place and they're like, yeah, you can stay here for this amount of time, and then we got to check out and leave and, find. So we got to find something where we can stay for a longer amount of time. And, they do have a Holiday Inn here, but we can't afford a Holiday Inn. So, yeah, Penelope, I'm pretty sick. It's mostly in my chest and my nose right now. I don't know who Austin is, but he sounds like a terrible person. And so I'm dealing with that, and I'm sitting here watching that, thinking that it could just be more allergies than anything, because it's sitting here watching just little white stuff float through the air. And the longer I'm outside, the more I'm feeling like crap. Oh, man, Risha, I hope y'all get to feeling better soon. 10 days is definitely a horrible time frame to be sick. Okay, I just got a violation for harassment and bullying. I'm not for sure how that goes. Not for sure how I got it. So, the Halloween, I tell you right now, I would absolutely do cartwheels for some Mucinex right now. I've got Benadryl and Vicks Vapor Rub is what I'm fighting this with. And it's just It's getting the best of me today. My wife has some health issues she's facing right now that's keeping her from working. Oh man. And I hate that sound, and I'm sorry I'm doing it. I know y'all. You know, that's a good point, Green Eyed. It's like their screen name was horrible. But that might have been what done it. But it's just funny to me, like people can come in here and call me all kind of names and talk about how, you know, my wife and everything. And that's fine, but if I repeat something like, you know, and I didn't really say anything bad, but I get violated. It's crazy. Jeffro, we have the room for tonight, and we have it for tomorrow night for sure. We've got to come up with about 300, and this is just a little bit under 380 to pay for a week, and we have to pay for a week to keep it this time. So we're hoping that anybody at all that can help will help today. I have no issue proving where the money's going. I would block out where we're at, the address, but y'all know how that goes. Yeah, well, it was probably them two that made the page that had the horrible name, so. Green Eye, chances are probably one big setup. Buds, not everybody who has health issues can work. So, some people can work with health issues. Some people's health issues causes them from working. Exactly, Green Eyes. Put something horrible in there, and then I said something about it, and then report me for saying it, and then bam, they've got me. So they're pretty smart. I give them this much. The trolls aren't stupid. Not all of them. They are some pretty smart people. They know how to work around the system, and they know how to do stuff. So I've often said that if they put that talent that some of them has on finding stuff about people and finding out where somebody's at, if they would put that to something good, like finding some of these missing children and stuff, they could work wonders in this world. She is going to. But yet coming in here with a name like that isn't bullying me at all or making fun of my wife. So this is what you deal with when you have to ask for help. Jeffro, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea if they would or not. But and I'm not saying anything bad to you, bad about you, saying that you would do this, but it's hard to trust that, because I've had people that I thought I could trust with my life turn their back on me. I'm not saying you would do that, not accusing you of doing that. It's really, really hard to trust our safety at this point. I always tell somebody, like, hey, if you're willing to help, if you would send me the money, I would pay for it, and then I could show you a receipt with today, the day's date on that I paid for it and how much went to it. And that's the best I could do in that situation. But it would have to be understood that any name of where we're at, any address where we're at, would be blocked out. It would just show, hey, this amount of money was paid, and it did go to where it's supposed to go. And again, Jeffro, not saying you're that type that would do anything. It's just it's hard to trust. Well, Janny, we brought that up to the company that's sending her the stuff to do the work from home, and they didn't have an issue with her doing it over Wi-Fi. So, and the place we're staying didn't have an issue with her doing it in the room. So, I get some more airbag in this car. Excuse me, guys. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me text the missus. She just texted me. Now, let me go back to answering questions. Y'all give me 1 second. Right now, the hotel's not hiring, but I did put in an application. When I asked them, they said, well, here, put this in, phone number and all that stuff, and we can see, something comes open. There's a possibility. I don't have a credit card to put anything on. Green Eye, I know it is. I know it's a big ask, but I'm asking if anybody can help with any of it. Anything would help. I'm not asking just one person to come in and dump almost $400 in my lap. It would be a blessing and a half, but if anybody can help with anything at all, is what I'm saying. Like, if it's $2, $3, $5, $10, anything would help. Yeah, Halloween, they get pretty rough with the names. Best thing I can really do with the name calling is just ignore it. If I don't acknowledge it, it doesn't give them power with it. So if we don't give them power, they don't have any power. And I have a hard time remembering that sometimes myself, guys, to be honest with you. I have a hard time remembering these trolls only have the amount of power that I allow them to have over me. So, hey, Janae, how are you doing? Oh, man. Tell you, every time the breeze blows here, I just see like pollen, and it looks like petals off a dogwood tree. Excuse me. I got so much pressure in my nose and eyes right now, it's beyond pitiful. Okay, Carrie. It's just this time of year is usually when I get sick. I will get sick this time of year more than I get sick in the winter. It could be dead of winter, freezing cold. I never really get sick. This back and forth is like today, beautiful day outside. Tomorrow, tornado warnings. Monday, freeze warning. What the? It's like, come on, Mother Nature. What you doing? I hope it's going to get better. It's I went for several job interviews. The brightest one of them, they're waiting on hire. They're trying to hire 10 people at one time. Bring everybody in as a group, and they're waiting to get a few other. So, yeah, it's definitely bad everywhere. Yeah, Jackie, there's several hotels where you can pay by the week. Did you just tag yourself to agree with yourself? Huh. Okay. Hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? Boston guy, didn't see your question. Your question might have been the one that got filtered. So if you would like to re-ask the question, maybe change it up, throw an emoji or something in there. Excuse me, guys. So, hey, Roadkill. Because right now my car is not good enough to be out on the road all day. We got some things fixed on it. We was able to move. It'll get me from point A to point B. But as far as like DoorDashing, Spark, Uber, or something like that, it's not something. This car is not something I want to get out in all day long and going up and down the road in all day. We go when we have to, when we need to, and then were in the room the rest of the time. Let me go back up here. I don't know you, but I think you were the one who said you was deleting this. So I said I was deactivating the app. There's a big difference between deactivating and deleting. I did deactivate for a few days, but then I decided to come back. Jackie, do you know every hotel in America? Do you know every hotel in America's policy on assuring your room if you're going to be a long-term guest versus being a stay a few days and go somewhere else? You do? You know every hotel that's ever been open, you know their policy. Then answer me this. What is the policy on the Emerald Inn in Dyersburg, Tennessee? Angela's done pretty decent today. She was just texting me then saying she was out of the shower. The fur baby is doing fantastic. So you work for, Jackie, you work for a hotel. So you know the policy for every hotel that's ever been opened. Okay. That's about like me saying, I changed a tire on my car. I know all about tires for every vehicle that's ever made. How have you been doing, Rhonda? So I guess that's all of Jackie's comments. You also said you know the policy for every hotel that's ever been opened in America. And I asked you a question what the policy was at the Emerald Inn in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and you've yet to answer that. So if you know every one that's ever been open, oh, yeah, you did. Right up there where you said, I do. That's where I was asking the question of, do you know the policy for every hotel that's ever been open? You said, I do. Oh, yeah, you did. It's right up there in the chat. Excuse me. You also said that you knew the policy for every hotel that was ever open. Because when I asked the question, you said, I do. And then, yeah, you then later said you work for a hotel. Because you even got people answering the question because Roadkill is in a hotel right now. He's paying by the month. Listen, I worked at NSK for 7.5 years making steering wheel columns for Subaru. I don't know a daggum thing about a steering wheel column for Lincoln. So you obviously don't know everything about every hotel that's ever been open. Is that yes or no? That's the question that's being asked. Do you know everything about every hotel that's ever been open? Listen, I'm going to ask one more time. This is a yes or no answer. Do you know everything about every hotel that's ever been open? And we'll ask one more time. It's a yes or no question. And if you can't give a yes or no answer, I'm going to block you. Do you know everything about every hotel that's ever been open? It's yes or no. All right. Then you can't speak on what's going on at this hotel because you work at one. Like I said, I built steering wheel columns for 7.5 years at NSK. I can't tell you how any of them are made for anything but the Subaru Outbacks because that's what I made for 7.5 years. Thank you, B. You could tell me something about a Ford or this Lincoln I'm driving. You'd be like, well, the steering wheel column in the Lincoln is this, that, and the other. And I don't know it. So why am I going to argue with you if I don't know what's going on in that vehicle? I'm not going to argue with you about it because I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. I'm not going to say because Subaru's got an anti-lock checking mechanism on their shafts. Ford has it too. Really, the topic is basically me and my wife. We live in a hotel. We've changed city. I've been trying to find work, and I'm needing help by Monday to pay for our hotel for a week. Basically, to secure the room to where we can stay here longer than just a couple of days, and then might not have a room, might have to leave. We have to, secure it for a week at a time. Excuse me for all the coughing today, guys. I do apologize. This crap going on in my nose and chest and stuff is just... It's got my coughing in my nose all over the place. I feel like I need to sneeze and can't. It's like... It's been about 3 weeks. Teaspoon, this is their life. This is their life. I don't know which one's sadder in life. I'm going to tell you, this sucks. This sucks in every possible way that could possibly suck for me. I'm sitting here having to rely on getting help to keep us in a room. And if we don't get the help, we're going to be homeless. Cedric will definitely pray for you. 100% will. I would much rather find a good job, go to work, pay this room ourselves, get left alone. I'm just going to sit here for 1 second, enjoy this breeze that's going through. Close my eyes and let the breeze kind of just go through. Just curious. If tomorrow everybody woke up and myself, a few others that get covered pretty religiously by these awareness groups and trolls and stuff, because not everybody who does awareness is an awareness group. Some of them are just flat out bullies and trolls. If y'all woke up tomorrow and none of us was online, what would y'all do? Because some of you people y'all basically have committed your whole lives to being on this app to cause problems for people that y'all deem are scammers. You're right about that, Teaspoon. We can't take anything with us, but you know, it's just nice to have it while we're here, you know. Now, I'm very motivated. That's why I've been out every day trying to find work. I've been going to interviews. I've been calling people left to right. Hey, came for an interview the other day. Hey, I put in an application the other day. Y'all hiring yet? You know. But it is what it is. I'm going to be whatever y'all say I am to whoever believes it. So I could come in here tomorrow and start giving away money to everybody who ever gets on my live. And I would still be, somehow or another, I would still be a low-life scammer. Piece of crap. Exactly, roadkill. I mean, everything we're working for in this life now, You know, none of us is going to take a house with us. We're not going to take a car with us. We're not going to take a bank account with us. But unfortunately, that's all that matters when you're here. It seems like, you know. I have no kind of insurance. So I'm just at the hopes and prayers that if we get the help we need for the room, I might have a couple of bucks left over where I can run and get some cheap NyQuil from the dollar store or something. They sure do, Teaspoon. And they've got it all in their head like I didn't file my taxes right, or I didn't report stuff to the EBT. I reported everything I was asked to report. I reported my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal. I don't have a bank account, so reported Angela's. She's got a. Only thing she's got that I know of is she had a Cash App that got closed because of trolls. So y'all won that one with hers. So reported everything I was asked to report, and only I couldn't show is where she has filed for disability. So, and I haven't got that piece of paper in yet where she's filed for it. They needed one to show that it was ever pending or has been turned down, and I haven't got that in yet. When I get that, I can put it back on there, and they'll add her back to it. Until then, you know, it's either that or show she's working or volunteering 20 hours a week. So for everybody who knows the reason she's not on there, that's what I've been saying from the get-go. Y'all just want to make stuff up. Man, that is... constantly being trolled by accounts that are made up, but I got the restriction earlier for harassment or bullying or harassment. How the hell does that work? Risha, I have no clue. We both put it in for Medicaid, couldn't get it. It's not, but let me tell you how they justify that Halloween. And I've seen it. I've read this with my own eyes out of Just Stop Already's comments. They think it's Angela coming in here under fake accounts to say something mean so I can pull the sympathy card and get a money grab. Now, I'm sure they'll tell me that she didn't say that, but it's, yeah, she did. So I agree with you completely about our system is messed up. So well, Roadkill, let me tell you, it's the best news I've heard all day long is that your transplant's been successful so far. That is 100% a blessing. And praise the Lord that it has been. It's going good for you. So if we don't hear any more good news the rest of the day, we've got that one right there. Roadkill's transplant is going good. We're just going to keep praying that it keeps on that path. So that job didn't pan out like it was supposed to, so I'm still looking for work. Sorry, I was trying to get y'all on mute for that little coughing. Whew. I was hitting the mute button. It wasn't muting. Oh, what that was. Thank you, Roadkill. %, and we want to keep hearing good updates too, man. You know, obviously we're all here for you if anything bad happens, but we want to hear good updates. Nothing but good. It's a never-ending cycle with these trolls. Never-ending. Oh, yeah, most definitely do. Most definitely. But kind of back to what this live is about for us today, unfortunately. I've got till Monday to come up with just shy of $380 to keep this room for a week. I have to pay for the week. And if anybody can help us with anything at all towards that, guys, I mean, anything, it'd be appreciated. The smallest amount gets us, that much closer. We have Halloween, and it's just as rough as the other place. Just as rough as Dyersburg was with the waiting list. I love it when people come in here and can tell me exactly what's going on. Like, so if I a steady job, it's been a minute. I have worked some side jobs, any kind of little jobs I could find, but something that's going to be steady and help us get out of our situation. That's what I'm looking for now. Well, Don, this one kind of hit me with if we want to secure our room to be able to stay here for longer periods, I've got to start paying for a week. So I could come up to go pay my room one day and not have a room if I'm just paying by the day. So I'm just wondering if anybody would. Hey, did y'all know the sky is blue? The sky is such a pretty shade of blue. You may want to tell me I'm wrong about that. Yeah. It's like it's I don't even know what to say about it sometimes. Like, fire trucks are red. Fire trucks are red. Now, somebody get on here and tell me, no, they make yellow ones too. But it's just like, it's crazy. It's just like my situation. It's like nothing I say is, is correct. Now, it seems to be the awareness people have all the same playbooks. Make your agenda the truth by saying it more often and getting more people to believe it. And if more people believe it, then it's got to be the truth or it's got to be the better way. That seems to be the playbook for awareness. Tell people that everything someone's saying is a lie, even though it's you don't know if it is or not. You're just, well, he said, man, sky's blue. Tomorrow if it's raining, I say, man, it's cloudy, and he's a liar. He said the sky was blue. So I guess the awareness playbook is if you say it loud enough, long enough, and get more people to hear it, it makes it true and right. Where have we all seen that in our history? You know. So it's like, want to argue with me about something that I know daggum good and well when it happened in my life and how it happened, but want to tell me how it happened in my life. And it's just like, okay, well, if I get over here and I say, well, when I was 20 years old, this happened. No, it didn't. It happened at this, and it happened with that, and then you get the trolls in here who want to, mention my weight or my breathing. Like, why are you fat? Well, why are you hiding behind no picture and a fake name? Why don't you be man enough to say, hey, this is who I am, and all I have is to use little schoolyard insults to get on your nerves. Sean, we was talking about something totally different, and they come here and start on me. Yeah, I mean, that's how it feels like. It's like arguing with a fifth grader. They want to talk about bad checks I had. I had a checking account when I was like 21 years old and wrote some bad checks on it. Not intentionally. But then they want to Photoshop me writing bad checks at Walmart and Chinese buffet and then you've got people on there who believe that's happening right now. So I use awareness for money. So that's what that one says. You use awareness for money. Well, awareness. What about the people who are on awareness right now streaming me or getting gifts left and right? What about those awareness pages? See, there's no answer to that. They never have an answer to that. Doing battles is begging. Asking people for gifts is begging, but nobody addresses the awareness groups who go live with their gift gallery open and accepting gifts the whole time. Oh, well, we turn around and put them back into the community. No, you don't. You turn around and you put them right back into your own pockets. And I have slipped from what I said at the beginning of this live. I had slipped from it. They only have the power that I give them, and I just gave them power. But at the same time, I'm just a person, and I can only be poked and poked and poked and poked until I get to a point to where I'm just like, okay, piss on it, let's rock and roll. And I get to a point to where I'll have Angela telling me when she's around me on live, hey, you need to calm down and get off that subject. I have my mods texting me, hey, you calm down. You know, you're doing what they want you to do. But still, I get to a point to where I've just been poked and poked and poked until I can't be poked anymore. Pennies compared to your $1,000. What about the when you go look on TickLeap and one of the awareness groups makes anywhere on average between $1,200 to $1,600 a week on her lives, just doing lives and talking crap about the people she's doing the live on. Not really doing kind of anything with awareness, just talking down on them. And then when they don't have anybody from awareness on, they just go through where people are battling and start talking crap about them. Yeah. Make another fake account with a stupid name to defend that. Anywhere between $1,200 to $1,600 weekly. You can go on tickleap.com and see what anybody is cashing out. Y'all don't want to answer that in a fake name account? So when I'm pointing out that one of your awareness communities that y'all all follow, and one of your awareness people that you follow is making, let's see, what is that on the low end? $4,800 a month. On the high end, what is that? $6,400 a month. Y'all don't want to address that? Not all awareness does that. Not all awareness has their gift gallery open. But you can't come from those sites talking about me asking for money when the people you're coming from is getting big gifts the whole time they're on live. Like it's on fire. If you want to DM me, I'll tell you in a DM, but I don't want to say a name on here. Because I don't want to get reported for saying their name. There's already a page calling them out. Awareness Unmasked. Go read their stuff about the business of calling out beggars and scammers. It's a really interesting write-up. I am worried about me, but when somebody's running around telling lies about me, photoshopping pictures and putting them out there about me, seems like I've hit a nerve here with you, Big B. Well, you're wrong, Big B. Chat GPT, whatever the apps are they're using now. Tracy, we've had them go real life on us so many times, it's not even funny. Cost me and my wife both jobs at McDonald's. Cost me a job at Harbor Freight. Cost us a hotel room at Emerald Inn, Motel 6, and the Colonial Inn in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Cost us to the point they went real life so many times we had to relocate to a different city. So yeah, and the real life letters are on my page. So yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you this: the actual proof that some of them show isn't actual proof. A screenshot that somebody said something, okay, that might be proof, but just remember following these people and really follow anybody in life. Just because someone says it and just because enough people believe it doesn't mean it's the right thing or it's the truth. And if anybody out there who thinks that just because someone says it loud enough and strong enough and long enough makes it the truth, then somebody please go read your history on a man called Adolf Hitler. So, some of them do show things without researching it. Some of them do a lot of research. And even the ones who've done a lot of research has had to eat crow every once in a while and be like, we dug more into this. And this isn't true. If we don't think they had to eat crow, go look how fast they backpedaled on Guardians of Valor when they found out about him. So, they don't own up to it. And I'm going to tell you why I say they don't own up to it. If I do something to you, say, Teresa, I offend you somehow, and I say, I'm sorry I offended you this way, but I was in a bad mood that day. I didn't feel good. My sugar was low. My blood pressure was high. The earth was spinning too fast. There was a cloud in the sky that I didn't like. Anything that I can put on there. Okay, Rokia, it'd probably have to be after I get off the live before I can unblock anybody. Unless it was just recently. Exactly. When someone gets on there and goes, we was wrong on this, but this, that, and the other, they're not owning it. They're saying, okay, we was wrong here, but let's deflect the point that we was wrong and put it on. This is why we was wrong. But nobody wants to take in the accountability of what they say and how to heart some people take that. When some of them set their own line and goes, we've got to stop these people from begging and scamming by any means necessary. That's given a green light for some of these people to go real life. Now, whether they said, let's go real life or not, how that person translated in their head by any means necessary is how it's being translated by these people. And they're not owning that. Teresa, we 100% agree on that. 100%. You got the point I was trying to make with it. I used to have a boss up there at NSK that would tell us, man, y'all done really good this week, but we could have done, two more skids and been a fantastic week. And then the next week you get the 2 more skids and, man, y'all did fantastic. Y'all beat last week. Y'all did a great job, but scrap was high. Hey, I was wrong when I said that your hair was ugly that day. This is an example. I was wrong when I said your hair was ugly that day, but the wind was blowing a little bit outside, and the lighting was bad. That's not me apologizing. And if you're going to apologize or try to own something, and that's the way you have to do it, then don't apologize, because you don't mean it. If you go try to own something and that's the way you got to do it, don't try to own it, because you don't mean it. And this is so far off from where I wanted to be today, but that's the truth. We're out of Dyersburg. We had no option but to move from Dyersburg. And that's kind of the situation we're at. We're in a new city. We're trying to start over. I've been going to job interviews. We're in a hotel. I have to pay $380. It's just a little bit under. It's like $379 and some change. So $380, just to round up. If y'all want to know the exact change, I'll look and tell y'all the exact penny. I have to pay that by Monday, and I'm asking anybody and everyone, if you can help, please do. Can y'all see the little picture of me up there? Because that's how I have it set. You're more than welcome to Teresa. You are more than welcome to chat. We was having a good chat there. I got to answer the question above you. The weather here is beautiful today. Tornado warnings tomorrow. Freeze warning on Monday. I have this set up this way, and I've been told that this is. I've been told that you can't do your lives this way, but this is a way that TikTok has your live set up, and the people who are saying that I can't do it this way does their lives this way every freaking time. I did see that, Teresa, and I blocked them on out because, Christine, I'm hoping next week I'm making money and I can pay it. So I'm hoping ASAP when these jobs puts me to work, I start getting paychecks in. I'm hoping ever this time, or then maybe one more time where I've got to ask for help. But I'm really hoping this is coming to a close. And I feel like Teresa's doing exactly what I ask people to do. If you come in here, get to know me, and you don't like me, that's fine. 100% fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not my cup of tea. Not everybody in this world is going to like me, and I don't need everybody to like me. And I don't have to like everybody in this world. But what I feel like I do owe somebody is to make that decision myself. I feel like it's my duty as to be respectful to that person and talk with them and see I don't care who you follow. What I don't deal with, and for anybody here that's new, I do not deal with. Hang on a second. If you want to go watch awareness, that's fine. I don't care. I have no right to tell anybody on this app who they can follow, who they can't follow, who they can watch, who they can't watch, who they can send a gift to, who they can send a donation to. I don't have that right to tell anybody that. What I do tell people is I've got the right to block you if you're coming on here talking to me, talking to my wife when she's on here, like we're friends and everything's fine, but then you run into awareness talking garbage about it. So basically, if you're going to be two-faced, I don't deal with that. I could care less who everybody follows. I know right now there's 99 people in here, probably 70 bros. I don't care. It is what it is. I just don't deal with two-faced. Follow who you want to follow. Watch who you want to watch. If it amuses you, I don't see how anybody can get amusement out of somebody in a low time in life and needing help. I don't. But if you do, that's up to you. I can't change that. So, with that being said, I feel like Teresa's doing just that. She's coming in here, she's talking, she's making her own judgment about us. She's fine. Just like several other people has done in the past. They've made their own judgment about us. They're fine. If you're nice to us, though, you are going to be talked about. 100%. Your DMs are going to blow up. And if you're nice to us too long, they're probably going to make videos about you. And Lord, if you help us any at all, that's when they really go. So I encourage people, and I know this is going to sound, it'll be like, oh, you're Jordan Paul. But if you're going to help us and you don't want anybody to come at you, best thing to do is DM me. I understand that. I mean, I don't understand it, but I get it. I get what you're saying. We don't have any kids. Closest thing I can kind of put to that is when I called Juju over to pick her up and give her some love, and she turns around and walks off from me. Angela's inside the room today. I really, really try to keep her away from the lives because of some of these comments that come through. Some of these fake names, some of these comments about her and everything. I try to keep her away from the lives. She's not as thick-skinned as I am with some of it. She'll get mad. I get mad after a while. But she's got a 0 to 60 tolerance in some of this stuff, and so I kind of keep her away from it. I look forward to the day to where we can get on here and just talk to everybody. And hey, Zach, and not have to worry about any hate and BS and drama. But I also think that day never comes. So it's one of them things. How you doing today, Zach? That's where I felt like I've been needing to sneeze for the last 2 hours and can't sneeze. That's about to drive me crazy. Well, all right. Hope everything goes good for you there. And I hate that nose sound, guys. I hate it myself. Like, I hate hearing people do it. I know I'm doing it today because of my allergies, but look up at the sun. That make me sneeze. Does it have to be the sun, or can I just look up? Has to be the sun. I'll have to figure out where the sun's at. See the shadows coming from behind me, of course. I'll find the sun here in a minute. So, see, this is the thing that I'm going to speak on. I'm going to say this, and I'm not speaking on it. At least the rest of the life. I know what me and Angela went through together. I know what happened in our lives in 2014. I know her having to have a full hysterectomy cost us children. I know everything she had to go through with that. So, it's back to the statement of we lied about cancer. That is trying to figure out the best way to put this without just when my wrestling family got together, hey Mayhem, and they did a benefit show for Angela because we didn't have insurance at the time. We was going back and forth to the doctors. At one point, it was precancerous. But heaven forbid we didn't post every 2 seconds about what was going on. And when things progressed, and she got sicker and sicker and sicker before she had the surgery done. And we didn't post about the months after the surgery. So it must be a lie. And because a couple of people on here decided that it was a lie, they wanted just continuously to post that it's a lie, it must make it a lie. So, never once have I came on this app and said, Angela's got cancer, send us money. She went through her ordeal in 2014. So, she went through that whole ordeal. Now, I know what we lived in our life. Hey, Crystal. I don't have to prove anything to anybody on here with that. But y'all go ahead. She never, in y'all's world, she's never had cancer. She doesn't battle seizures. She's never, had a serious migraine. She didn't have a hemiplegic. She didn't almost unalive from having a seizure one day at my dad's place. None of that ever happened to y'all because y'all say it didn't. None of that ever happened to us because y'all say it didn't. So, Tam, I'm gonna need you to, because your statement. No, okay. I've never came over here one time and begged for money because she had cancer. That's what I said. I didn't say I lied about her having cancer just then. I don't know how that was. I don't know how y'all got that out of that. I'm not for sure. There are pages or these awareness people and these trolls on here swear up and down we're lying about it. And because they say it, it must be the truth. So that's what I said. I don't really know how you got anything else out of that. Did anybody hear what Tam is saying that was said? Did anybody hear what Tam is saying? I never said I lied about cancer. It's not the first thing I said. Nobody else on here heard me say I lied about cancer. Seems to be you're the only one that heard that. See what I mean? You can't win. I explained the whole thing out as in plain English, and someone's going to argue with me that I said I lied about it. Unbelievable. Hey, Skelly Dog. I don't even know what this live's about anymore. I'm very aware that pre is not it, but there's a time gap there that y'all people don't know. There's a time where we was keeping everything to ourselves. We wasn't posting on social media left and right. Can y'all hear me? I was told I was buffering. Okay. So, until I can find some steady work, Tiger Tom, yeah, I'm going to have to ask for help every week. Yes. I hate it. I'm hoping here really soon. So, I'm hoping to be put to work and I don't have to come on here and do anything but say hi to our friends and move on. So, gym right now, me trying to find some place. I've been putting in applications. I knew better than to open this can of worms when I opened it. But I've then gotten so frustrated I opened it. Thank you, Damon. I appreciate that. I don't know which what's the one that got muted. I'm not for sure. Because you kept going back to me saying that I lied about it. And I never said that. Nobody else in this room heard what you supposedly heard. And I done said it like 2 or 3 times, and you just kept on with that point. So, but at this point, I'm moving past it. I'm not. If anybody else wants to know anything else, you can DM me. I'm not talking about it on live anymore. So I knew better than to even start talk about it. So if y'all want to know anything else, you can DM me. Janie, Scally Dog. It's amazing y'all beat it too. That's a blessing. Thank the Lord for that. Anybody who beats it, it's a blessing. We've all lost someone to it. So yeah. If anybody else wants to ask anything else, send it in the DMs. You keep asking about it in the chat, you're going to be muted. I knew better than to open up that can of worms because no matter what I say with that cinch, I could show y'all the damn records and y'all would tell me I photoshopped them offline. I got them offline and changed the names. So until you've lived my life, I mean, it's amazing how people can tell me my life better than I can tell my life. Absolutely amazing. Oh, because you see what it opens up in here. It opens it up completely to a bunch of BS. So I'm not talking about it anymore live. I regret I even mentioned it then. So as not from the people who are being, just asking questions, being nice about it. I'm not getting off. Didn't say I was getting off. I said I'm not talking about it no more during the live. Yep, I spent over 25 years as a professional wrestler. Oh, these allergies are killing me. I never made it to the big times, but I wrestled several wrestlers that was in WWE. I never made it there. I didn't make it to the WWE. I was big. Did more on the independents. Can't really say I was big on the independents, but I did more on the independents. King of Violence, Tim Edwards. Yeah, the retirement money was outstanding, and it's supported me in this great life that I have right now. Yeah, I've wrestled a lot of the Memphis guys, your Jerry Lawlers, your Brian Christophers, Bill Dundee. We used to go up to OVW in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, and wrestle up there back before some of the the bigger guys was famous. John Cena was still the prototype. We wrestled with him up there. When Batista was up there, Randy Orton, all before they made it famous. Eugene. Then on some of the independents going around, I wrestled guys like Rikishi and I've wrestled several New Age Outlaws. I've got a tote of memories wandering around somewhere. I always answer the question, is wrestling real or fake? Is it's 80% real. Anybody with a half a brain knows if I hit somebody 10 times in the face and I'm not leaving a red mark, I'm not hitting them. But the rings and stuff aren't as soft as people think they are. They're not like a trampoline. They hurt. When you're being slammed on the ground, you're being slammed on the ground. It hurts. So even if you know the whole, they know how to land. Yeah, we're taught everything, but excuse me. But it's kind of the still hurts. But I'll say this much about wrestling. Wrestling is as real as the movies you watch. I hate the fake word, because people will sit there and talk bad about wrestling but swear up and down, but The Walking Dead, they talk about that like it's, the most realest thing ever. Some tables are pre-cut, some tables aren't. Robin, I already said that. I was the King of Violence, Tim Edwards. That changed a little bit over the years. I was always Tim Edwards. Can find some of my stuff on YouTube. Some of the tables are real, though. Some of them, they do put like a little pre-cut into them. For like your smaller people, like you see a lot of these women on TV now going through the tables. I have been thrown in the tables that don't break. Like they're solid tables. Nothing's been done to them. Nothing's been cut. The metal bracing up underneath them wasn't taking off. They're just solid tables. Some of them aren't pre-cut because bigger guys, your bigger people can go through the tables quicker. You got two people going through a table, you don't want to go through it too fast because then you hurt yourself. So that table is not fixed to break easy. Like when you see like the old TLC matches where like Bubba Ray Dudley and I think it was Matt Hardy fell off the top of the ladder to the floor through the tables. None of those tables was fixed to break because you want them to slow you down before you smack the floor. So Cookie, I'm all over the place, really. I don't feel too good. I'm stressed. I got allergy sinuses. I don't know if it's allergy sinus or a cold. It's one of them that's kicking my rear end. Thank y'all for changing the conversation to wrestling, guys. I needed that for a second. Oh, man. Guys, the main part of this live is to get us some help with our hotel room. We've got to pay $380 by Monday, or we're going to be sleeping in the car. I can't get us ahead sleeping in the car. Everybody's like, well, sleep in the car. I can't go to a job where I'm working, sleeping in the car at night. My wife's in the car all day at the place of work. I don't have anywhere up here to take her. When I was at Harbor Freight, we was in the car for quite a bit of that because I had some place I could take her, but now different city, different area, don't know anybody. I can't pull up and go work a shift and have my wife and our fur baby sitting in the car all day. So she's got some health issues right now and cannot work, so I'm asking for any help at all. If you can help us with anything going towards this hotel room. $380 is for the entire week. And I have to pay it up for the week. So basically, if I'm not paying for a week, we could lose the hotel room any day. If I'm going up and I pay for 2 days, and I'm like, okay, I need to come up and pay for 2 more days, they could book the room out from underneath us. For us to be able to stay here on a long-term type situation until we can get our footing, I have to pay it by the weeks. That's the only thing that keeps us in the room, guaranteed, every week. And I have to have some place for her to stay while I'm going out for work and, going and looking for work and everything else. So, hey, Amanda, how are you doing? It's been up and down. It has been. Damon, I've been to some interviews. Some of them are looking pretty good. So, Robin, I haven't found a church that will help with a hotel room yet. So, I've been looking, I've been asking, I've been calling, I've been going to them. I haven't found one yet in this area, so. I'm hoping very, very soon that this having to ask for a room is over with. We've been here for about 3 weeks. I think Tuesday would mark our 3rd week. I don't think it's been 4 yet. I don't seem like it's been 4. We don't have any health insurance. What is the COC?
Oh, man.
Well, we get EBT. I don't know. Are you talking about health insurance? I'm with you now. A health insurance that we could get, we'd have to pay for, and right now we can't really. I can't afford to pay for anything that's not a necessity. I mean, I know health insurance is kind of a necessity, but like right now, I can't just, I will have to look that up. I didn't know that was a thing. That was a thing, so. We've been going to the health department at our old town and everything, but they told us a place to go up here, the health department where we're at now. It does basically the same thing. So we can go there and get our meds, get treated, for things going on. And so, but when we refiled for EBT, we put in for the insurance too and couldn't get it. We got offered a plan we'd have to pay. It was pretty cheap too. It was like $60-something a month each. But like I said, right now, everything we get goes towards no matter what anybody else says, anything we get goes towards surviving. If I'm on here and I'm asking, hey, we need help for the hotel, that's where the money's going. If I say, dear God, we need some help with some food, that's where the money's going. You know, excuse me, guys. I have no idea. I don't have any idea. I do have a CA, but I can't borrow anything through them right now. And it's not because I borrowed it. It's, you ever have to have a direct deposit set up with them, or you have to reach a certain spending limit every month to be able to borrow? And a lot of times your borrowing starts at $20. I don't know what to tell y'all about the insurance. I've done said it all. It's like, I don't know what to say about it. Okay. Oh my goodness. I just said that like less than 5 minutes ago. Like while we was all having this conversation about health insurance, I said how I'm sorry. It gets tiresome repeating the same things over, like especially right after you say it. Like I just said, we was going to the health department in our old town of Dyersburg. Her doctor there referred her to another place. This is another health department, but it's just like the ones we had there that will help her with her meds, help me with my meds, and that's where we're gonna go. Yeah, but I also said the other part too, so because somebody like legit asked the exact same question. I don't know how much gas was. I don't even look at the price anymore, guys. I just know I pull up and I'm like, hey, I got $10. That's all I can get. So $10 on pump, whatever, and let's go with it. You know, gas is one of them things where it's like, I don't even, it's up and down so much, I don't even care to look at it. It's just, here's what I've got to get gas with, and pump that in there. Just give me as much as you can on it, and then we'll rock and roll till we need more. I've been that way for a long time because gas is so up and down. It's probably about the same price here as it is everywhere else. So, not in California though. Definitely not $8. I would know if I was paying $8. If I got 10, I'm only getting a gallon and like a gallon and a quarter of a gallon, you know. I think the highest I've ever seen it on my little slice of heaven down here, and this was back when we was in Dyersburg, was like, I think it got up to like 404 at one point. Hope not yet, but it's going to be. It's just getting in here and landing the job and then getting everything worked out. But I completely understand that too. If someone can't help, I get it. I understand. But if anybody can help at all, it would be appreciated, guys. Excuse me. It definitely sucks. And it just, they get you, they put you over a barrel because like I was like, okay, well they're in this situation, you know. It's sad. It's really messed up because when somebody sees somebody in a bad situation, they think, well, they're in a situation, so I can make more money off of them because, you know, they're in this situation. And it's kind of like, it's exactly what the government does to us. What they do to all of us. We was just talking about gas prices. Listen, they know they can sit there and charge that $8 for a gallon of gas in California because people are going to pay it because they need their cars. But it's one of them things. Guys, I'm going to jump off here for a few minutes. I've got to run inside and use the restroom. I have not seen a doctor about my breathing. It's a lot worse today because I've got allergies and all that crap going on. $600 in fuel a day? Good Lord. I'm hoping you're a truck driver. But I'm going to jump off here. I got to run inside and use the restroom. I'll be back on in a little while. And I will see you guys then.
So, thank you guys for coming in. I'm sure when he comes back, one of us will be live. And we'll see you then, guys.